morning, everyone. So it's been a while since I posted last planner video, just because I got so many things going on. And so this week I want to show you how I set up my weekly spread for coming up next week. So you're gonna join me as I take out my next week from my happy planner, and you're gonna be planning with me. So this is the weekly spread coming out of my catch-all planner. So we're gonna get started. Let me just turn on my electronic version. So even though I'm a paper person, I still like to keep track of all my activity, tasks, and to-dos on my electronic. So I do use Google Calendar for all my weekly activity and my monthly planning, so that I am tracking in one place. I can't believe it's February already. All right, so I am not a sticker person, so I generally don't put a lot of stickers in my planner. I like to keep it functional, so that I don't have to be all over the place and looking for stuff. And I typically like to use my washi tape to block out all the days that I won't be doing too much of my business work, but that I would be staffing. So February is all month of love. So I am going to use this loving washi tape to block out the days that I will be working in the hospital, not on my business hour, since I won't be doing anything related much besides just working at the hospital. So yeah, washi tape is the only thing that I would be using and that you would be seeing in my planner. I don't use anything else. I've had these washi tape for a long time, but I never really hardly ever use it. I think the last time I used this was in a vision board night that I was facilitating. So Monday and Tuesday I will be working at the hospital, so I won't be doing too much activity, at least for the good 12 hours that I am there. This is something also new that I wanted to try out, is I want the top to be my gratitude journal. I would call it my top 3 things. So one of the things that I always share with my clients is that, in the morning, even as busy as we are, see if you can keep a gratitude journal. And when you keep a gratitude journal, it doesn't even have to be really elaborated. What you can do is you can do a top 3 things. So the top, I'm going to make it my gratitude journal by keeping my top 3 things. So what are the top 3 things that you are grateful for when you wake up in the morning? So I'm just gonna have 3 boxes, and every day next week I would be keeping track of my top 3 things that I am grateful for in the morning when I wake up. And I have this wellness sticker book that I picked up from Michael's. They were on sale, and I thought it would be perfect for keeping my wellness. So let's see, I'll be using this one. So on the top, it would be my gratitude. And just the other day, I was doing a video on my Instagram, and I was sharing about how a lot of us, we have affirmation statements that starts and begin with I am. So, and one thing that I encourage people to do is, especially nowadays, we have so many ways of identifying ourselves and labeling ourselves with I am this, I am that. But what if your affirmation statement just says I am? You are not this, you are not that, you are I am. So that's something worth thinking about. So next week on the top, I'm going to have all these gratitude journal section. And this is something that I've noticed too, because when I wake up in the morning, a lot of time, I'm looking at my to-do list and there's just so much. So instead of feeling overwhelmed by the things that I have to do, I like to open up my planner and just knowing that no matter what's on my agenda, I will get to them and I will accomplish them. And I'm going to start my day by taking this gratitude moment. And so, do you keep a gratitude journal? I know Happy Planner has one of those book journal that you can buy, and I've seen people using that as their gratitude journal. That's also a good way of keeping track of your gratitude, but it takes more time to write. And sometimes when I'm in a rush, I don't have any time to write, and I don't want that to be an excuse for myself for not doing it. So I much rather make it easier on myself and something that's more reasonable for me and that I can actually commit to it. So far, that's what you see here. So I have the gratitude on the top, and then I block out the days that I will not be committed to doing any business or seeing any clients on those days. Now, what's left are my schedule. So scheduling, I like to use these just blank label boxes. I like these labels because I can peel them off if there's a client who changed the appointment, and if there's any schedule changes, I can peel it off and move it around. This is something that I really love about Erin Condren's planner, because she made those stickers that you can peel it off and then stick it to another place, and they're kind of reusable. After a couple of times, I've tried it so many times, because sometimes life changes and I keep moving things around. After a while, it just doesn't stick anymore. So I always struggle with that. And I don't like to write it on the paper itself, because what if I need to change it? I have to white out, I have to erase it. It just make a big mess. So for a while, I actually went into pencil, because, for the fact that sometimes I have to change my life around. So that's just something to keep in mind as you're planning your week. Let's see. All right. So Wednesday is usually my busiest day. My day starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, where I have this weekly coffee talk show, and I invite speakers and authors or coaches to come to my show to talk about and share their life experiences. And you can watch all my previous episodes on this channel. You can also follow me on Facebook at Life Coaching by Elevate, and that's where you can find me doing these shows live. So I am going to use, I've used most of my pink ones. Not true. So we're gonna start with 8 o'clock. And then what I'll do is I will go back and fill in the space. Then I have a 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock. And here's 12 o'clock. I do have a 1 o'clock. I wasn't kidding when I said Wednesday are usually my busiest. You're probably thinking, well, Michelle, you might as well just stick every single one of the block, right? I know. And here's 4:30. And then 5 o'clock. Okay, so then I will go back and fill in the space for all the appointments. I won't do it on the screen right now because they are confidential. Now, Thursday. Thursday, I do have a night meeting at 7. And then Friday, there is an 8 o'clock. (9:30). (11). And I am hosting a workshop on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. And this is a goal setting workshop that I am offering to all the women who are currently in my book club. So if you're interested in joining a book club, if you like to read with us, be sure to look. I'll include a book club website in the episode note down below. So you're welcome to join in. And Friday, we're having a workshop where I am helping them to set up our goals for the year so that we have a more clear vision of what do we want to achieve, in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and then towards the end of the year. So you're welcome to check out the book club. It's currently only offered to the women because I do want to create that safe space where all the women can freely express how they truly feel about after reading a book, and we can all be, holding the space for each other as we share our experience. And so there's no judgment involved. And sometimes, I don't know about you, but like when I go to the meeting where it's more of a co-ed meeting, depending on what you share, you might not feel that same level of support or energy that you were looking for. It's just a different vibe. Okay. All right. So I do have an Instagram live on Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. I will have all these link, the workshop, my Instagram, and on my Facebook in the episode note. Feel free to come and join us in the community. Check it out. I don't just talk about the planners, even though this is something it's one of my hobby to do. But I don't just talk about the planner. I also talk about how to build out confidence. What are some of the strategies and tips and tools that you can use, not just applying to cultivate our confidence level, but also just to navigate through life in general. Because I think confidence comes when you don't have any distraction in your life that you have to worry about, and because I truly believe that you already have the skills in knowing what you do best, but it's just a matter of channeling our energy to area where we really need to be. So that's something that I do in the community. I have a Facebook community where I share all these with my community. All right. So far that is my weekly layout. The rest of it, I'm going to go back and fill in the names, the time that I have to see them. And maybe I'll throw in a couple of stickers somewhere. And we'll just dress it up a little bit to make it pretty. And I also need to put in my social media planning. So that is about it. All these white spaces is where I do my content planning, my podcast recording, and also my YouTube filming. All that things require a lot of planning to do. So how do you use your weekly spread? Let me know. I love to connect with you. Put in a comment. Let me know what you love about planning and how do you keep yourself on track. All right. Bye, guys.